For this week's missing person with the West Virginia Cold Case team, we have Cheryl Van Scoy. She's missing out of Kanawha County, and the sheriff's office has put this release out. 44 years old, 5'8", 150 pounds, red hair, and hazel eyes. She was visiting family in St. Albans. She's from Minnesota, and the last time she was heard from her family was on November 14th. Around noon when she left her vehicle to go to the store. She left in a dark blue Toyota Highlander with a Minnesota license plate of GJK446. Keep your eyes out for that license plate from Minnesota on a blue Toyota Highlander. She was wearing dark blue leggings and had a tattoo of a Black Panther with a rose on her right lower leg. She's probably going to be wearing a dark jacket, but she's not believed to be in danger, but nobody knows where she is. So if you happen to see her, definitely give a shout out to the appropriate number on this flyer.
So this is in Bergen County, New Jersey. The moon is very bright tonight, and there's a lot of stars out, but right below the moon is something else that has a very pink and orange glow to it. I'm not quite sure what that is. It does not look like any of the other stars. Let me know if anyone else is seeing this in New Jersey.
So Bergen County is in the north of New Jersey, and it's right to the west of New York. You can see that at the lower part of the picture. Here I've zoomed in on the northern part of the state of New Jersey. The Atlantic Ocean is to the right, Pennsylvania to the left, and New York to the upper right there. That last video you saw was taken, of course, in Bergen County, which is in the far northeastern part of the state. It's interesting she saw the drone in Bergen County because it occurred in Morris County at the Picatinny Arsenal Army base. Now you see Morristown is supposedly the big city there in Morris County, but if you zoom in here on this map, you'll actually see that Picatinny Arsenal is a good distance from Morristown to the northwest, up by Interstate 80. And if you look at this next picture, you can actually see the towns that it's close by. So it's by Dover, and it's by Wharton. And if you look to the west by the body of water, it's interesting that there's also a Point Pleasant out in New Jersey, just like there is here in West Virginia, which is by the Ohio River. I thought that was kind of interesting. Now here you can see the New Jersey State Police was circling the area around Picatinny Arsenal, trying to figure out what these drones were, and so far we have no answers. So this just seems like a replay of what happened at Langley Air Force Base in October of last month and December of 2023. Now here is a website called adsbexchange.com, and this is a gem. This will track real live flights right now as they're happening, and this flight that you see right here was a 1988 Beech 300 Super King Air, and it was operated and being driven by the Federal Aviation Administration. And you can see, as I kind of move the video along here, that it had all that flight right around Picatinny Air Base. So it originated from Atlantic City down there, and it came all the way up. So it came a good distance up, and it circled this area numerous times, just like the state police did. And then it left after a while and went all the way down south, following a straight line trajectory at that point. But it's just another flight, this one by the FAA, trying to monitor what these drones were, and we're not hearing any answers at all. No military officials, no police are saying that they know what this is at all. But if you hearken back to what happened in December of last year, those drones were there for 16 days over Langley's Air Force Base. Now you've got that retired senior Pentagon official coming out and saying that these are coming out of the ocean and they're operated by a mothership, a UFO mothership. Now, from all accounts, it appears that what was seen last night were drones and not extraterrestrial objects in nature, but let's focus on what Picatinny Arsenal is. So here's an old picture of it, and it used to be called Picatinny Powder Depot. It was formed September 6th of 1880. Again, it's in headquarters in Morris County, New Jersey. Now, with it being a headquarters, it's pretty much the number one location for developing munitions and ammunition to defend the United States of America against foreign predators. And you can see it here. It says continued firepower dominance. And right now it is open for normal operations. So if it was any kind of real threat, you wouldn't think they'd be open for normal operations. So the question is, were these drones belonging to one of the 6,000 scientists that are assigned to this army base? Or is it from somebody that we don't know and they just haven't really looked into it? So on the website nj.com, it says in the first paragraph there, Picatinny Arsenal, a military base in Wharton, said the drones are not theirs and they are assisting in the investigation. It goes down at the bottom of that second paragraph to say that we remind everyone that it is unlawful to fly UAVs over Picatinny Arsenal and any other federal military installation without prior approval. But this isn't the first time a United States military base has been swarmed by military drones. So last year in 2023, for 17 days in December, Fort Eustis in Langley, it's a combined Army Air Force base, was swarmed by UFOs, and particularly on December 6th and 7th. And I'm going to show you a graphic here from News Nation that talks about where the locations are. You can see there are 5 different locations right here along Langley's Air Force base there. So nobody knew what they are. Even the Pentagon came out and said, well, we don't know what they are, but they're coming from a mothership. That was a retired senior Pentagon official saying that the people who are actively working for the government are still too scared to come out and say anything, but you're starting to get the sense that they're now starting to admit that these things are real. Now, President Trump has gone on record in 2019 of saying that he doesn't particularly believe in UFOs, but he did sign an executive order into law that requires the Pentagon to release information on UFO activity. And that's why you keep seeing updates like 3 days ago on November 16th when the Pentagon did reveal that there was a near miss with a plane off the coast of New York with an unidentified flying object. Now, it doesn't specify whether any of the crafts are alien or extraterrestrial in nature, but it does provide a little bit more credence that there are things going on, which we knew all along. Now, in this article released by ABC News on November 14th, it said there were 21 incidents that the agency could not explain, and they were occurring near national security sites. Well, that's what we've got going on here again last night. Now, here are some of the weapons developed at Picatinny Arsenal over the years and why somebody might want to spy on research and development here. And check out these light shows that drones have produced in the past.